I was really thinking. I just went through the first Yakuza game on PlayStation 2, and I was thinking that this week I would be knee deep in Like a Dragon Gaiden, preparing for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, because the story of those games is literally days after the new game's gonna start from Gaiden. So I was like gonna be just mainlining that, and then I get Infinite Wealth in my hands. I've already got it pre-ordered, physical version. Sit down with it. So I thought I would just be playing nothing but Like a Dragon for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't stop playing Tekken, man. I can't stop playing Tekken. I'm like, I still gotta play Like a Dragon Gaiden before I play Infinite Wealth. It comes out Friday. I can't stop playing Tekken. I don't know what to do.
This weekend for me is all Grand Blue Fantasy, baby.
Oh, Grand Blue Fantasy.
I am so excited for that game.
Can't wait for that game. I got the collector's edition coming.
Nice.
I pre-ordered it.
Wait, is that dropping this weekend?
Yeah.
The 28th,
the 20.
What? So we got 3 smashed on each other. This is a crazy weekend for games. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude.
All 3 of those at the same time.
As long as I'm healthy, dude, I'm gonna be playing some Relink because it is that good.
And I'm glad they released the demo. I'm glad they released the demo because that brought in people that didn't know about Grand Blue Fantasy.
Right.
That I mean, it basically opened the door. People like, hey man, I never played this game. I saw everybody talking about it, and it is freaking awesome. I'm gonna pick it up. I like to hear that.
The one weakness it has that I think will catch some people off guard, because we do kind of live in this age of crossplay. PS4 and PS5 have crossplay for Grand Blue, but it doesn't cross over to PC. So you like, if you have friends and you typically have a PlayStation and a PC, sync up before y'all all purchase the game, so that way y'all can play together. Otherwise, you might end up kind of being a little bit like, oops. But our community here, we've been talking about it, and I'm gonna pick it up in PS5. If you pre-order, it actually goes up the 28th. Otherwise, it officially launches on February the 1st.
Yes. So. Speaking of pre-ordering, if for anybody who's watching, if you're planning on getting Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, go pre-order it, because and I usually don't advocate for pre-orders, but they have 2 jobs that are exclusively available with the pre-order. So if you know you want it, if you don't know you want it, wait. Maybe get on sale. But if you know you want it, which I know I want it because I played the first one. Oh my god, this game's gonna be amazing. Go pre-order it so you don't have to pay extra money for those extra.
And it's
jobs.
in Game Pass, right?
No, it does. It's not gonna be day one Game Pass. It'll come. It's kind of on that like 6-month delay with the Yakuza games. For anybody who's interested in that franchise, go play Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is kind of the first in this turn-based reboot. The gameplay is very, very similar. I mean, this new one seems to just be taking that and sort of perfecting it. Kind of like that Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom type of evolution. Like, it's not a ton because you can't really make a good thing that much better type of deal. But yeah, those 2 games and then whatever the third one is, I think are going to be like seen as like a trilogy masterpiece at some point. So I'm really excited for this second edition in that set.
As we wrap up the show, because we have a few more minutes, I have one pressing question that I always just think is going to be interesting, because every time I've talked to Jay, we've always had just really good conversations, always just down to earth gamer. But that does not relate to any tweet that like I generally see pop up on the stream. Like, can you?
Satya Nadella. He's got PlayStation covered. He's bringing the games for PlayStation. Satya got us. He's holding it down.
2027. Xbox is done. So, like, what got you started in that, and like, what keeps you going? Like, there's I get entertainment out of it. Like, when I joke, like, it's like people are like, oh, the fact that I get called a pony and an Xbot, like, I'm like, that's high praise.
You pony bot,
baby. Like, it's like, yeah. But I find
entertaining. That's why I wore the Toad hat.
He's a neutral. He's a neutral.
So funny because, well, no, not really. I'm freaking like Nintendo fanboy. Like, great. Like, I'm so angry at Nintendo, but yet I keep sending them money, so I'm a big part of the problem. But it's just like I find a lot of like I get entertainment out of it, and as soon as it gets like too real, then it's like just whatever. But it's like I find a level of entertainment I appreciate, and I get entertainment from your tweets. But like to me, I'm like I don't feel like pissing off like half the internet today. Like what keeps you going? What got you started more than anything?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, man. I've been gaming forever. And I started watching YouTube videos on gaming. And then Titanfall Princess and this guy named Iron Wolf, they asked, we were just in a party chat on PlayStation. They were streaming. I didn't know they were streaming, but we just had conversation just like you and I have, and it was like, hey man, you're a great podcaster or whatever. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here talking about video games, chatting. And so they took it and uploaded, and then other people started asking me to come on their podcast and things like that. And the rest is history. I've always been a troll. I just like having fun and just being, a smart ass.
Are you a stand-up comedian?
No, I'm not. But people tell me I should be, because I just,
it's very therapeutic. And I know people who aren't comedians who think of like, wait a minute, comedians need therapy. I'm like, yes, we do. And we go up on stage and we let it out.
Twitter is my stage.
I feel like you'd be really good at like some sort of commentary. Like, how they used to do like Wipeout, and they had the guys, they'd be like, oh, that looks like that's going to leave a mark, Jim. Like, I feel like you'd be like really good at doing like color of like making fun of people.
Yeah.
I think that you would have a special talent for that, or like, cause that's what you do. You're like, oh, Phil and Satya back at it again. Like, whatever. I do have a request. If you could like, I think it's all right, and if you go back and watch our episode from last week with Alex, which got very interesting, by the way.
Wild.
Yeah. I was actually very.
Did he take his shirt off and stuff?
No.
We didn't let him, but if we'd let him, I'm sure he would have. I was actually fairly critical of Xbox in that I said, like, they've got it as it's like when you're watching your favorite football team and they're down in the fourth quarter. It's like, you got to start making some plays if you want to get in the game.